Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Please hit that like button as you come in. I hope you are well, everybody. Hit that like button as you come in. We have lots to talk about today. There's some Potomac news updates. Keiarna is chiming in because the people have been dragging Keiarna for her behavior on Reunion Part 1. I don't know what it is, but I definitely think that she has a lot of growing up to do, and it's very embarrassing to see how she navigates everything really. The way she shows up is very, very laughable. So we will talk about that. I have some clips to play for you guys. I will also be talking about Angel saying that Giselle grew up in an era where bullying was okay. And Ashley was also mocking Wendy for the social security numbers and basically saying she deserves to get arrested. We will get into all of that. All I ask is that you hit that like button as you come in. And yes, hit that like button as you come in and let us know what you think in the chat. Okay, so let's start with the Keiarna of it all. Um I will let me just share my screen just to give you some heads up. The audio for the Keiarna video is a little bit has a little bit of background noise. So maybe reduce the volume slightly so it's not too loud. But yeah, it's not too bad though.
You know what? I really try not to
Oof. Actually, let me reduce the volume of my computer.
comment on things that people have to say about the reunions, about this and that. But y'all have to stop it when it comes to people in their relationships. You do not know what kind of friendships I have with my friends.
Yes, but you continue, you take every moment that you get the opportunity to embarrass your friend. That's what the people have an issue with. The people feel like any opportunity you get is for embarrassing your friend. You sat at the reunion, your friend was speaking, you interrupted her, she had to pause what she was saying to cater to you. Of course the people feel some type of way. Of course the people are looking at that and feeling like actually you are being unnecessarily unfair to your friend. Let's also be clear, the people did not really like the way you have been moving. The people have not really been liking the way you have been moving. They're not feeling you this season, and rightfully so, because any opportunity that you got, you undermined your friend. Let's not forget, Keiarna was the one that said the whole chin checking comment. Imagine saying you chin checked your friend. So you are the one that created this opportunity for people to have lots to say about you. Now, the red lipstick is nice though, but still.
You do not know our thoughts. You do not know the conversations that we have. Like, stop.
What conversations did you have? Did you guys plan to come on that reunion and check Wendy and the girls? Like, was that what that was about? And then Angel decided to play the good wife and choose to be nice and soft and sweet and apologize and take accountability. Is that what the issue is? Because it seemed that her and Wendy were getting off to having conversations about what the issue is. It sounded like Angel was taking accountability for focusing on Wendy when she should have given that energy to the person who deserved it, Ashley and Giselle. And so I just think that it seems like you are coaching your friend and you are leading her down the path of destruction. And it's like if you want to go by yourself, that is fine, but leave that girl alone and stop bringing her down the path of destruction. And I also think that she needs to stand up in her own relationship with you, because there's no way it should be okay for you to speak to your friend like that. Not acceptable at all.
Stop it. You guys are so used to this, like, fake personas and yes people. I don't get down with my friends like that, and I never will. So, wrap this whole thing that, I want to control my friends and all of that. Y'all, please. Everyone on this show is some grown ass women. There's no need for me to do any of that. Like, just stop that narrative. Oh my God, y'all. You know what? I really try not to.
Now, I do agree that everyone is a grown ass woman, And ultimately, that's where things stand. I agree with that as a matter of fact. I just think that Keiarna, the problem is we have seen Angel have fun when you are not around. And the moment that you jump in, all of that is done. She's no longer having fun. Now she has issues. Now she's really sad. Now she needs to have certain conversations. So people feel like you are the problem. And we have seen the way you are navigating it, side eyeing the people, all of that. It does not look good. It's not looking good. It's not looking like this is how you should show up at all. So if you decide to show up like that, don't be surprised that the people are fed up of you. Don't be surprised that the people are just completely over it, because the people are like, this ain't what I signed up for. We signed up to enjoy Real Housewives of Potomac, not deal with someone who is so rude, who is always acting like everything is such a big problem. People want to enjoy you. And I feel like the problem with Angel and Keiarna is that in this season, we have not been able to enjoy them. We haven't. Instead, it has been very much, oh, Keiarna and everybody versus, or Keiarna and Angel versus everybody. And you put yourselves there, so that's what makes it worse. Tommy says Keiarna is not a good friend at all. I completely agree. I don't think she's a good friend. I don't think she knows how to be a good friend. I think that if she sees herself as being your leader in some way, she doesn't know how to navigate that. I think that when Karen was on the show, she saw Karen more as a big sis, and so naturally she submitted to Karen. But I think outside of that, she does not really know how to um submit to someone until she sees them somewhat as somewhat of a lead. Tommy says, please hit the like button as you watch. Yes, please, everybody. Please hit that like button. Thank you very much. The likes are not matching the amount of people in here, so please hit that like button, everybody. Please and thank you. Okay, let's get it back. Toby says, I hope Angel becomes our own person in the next season. I would love to see her true personality. Yes. I really hope she does. Although I think we already know her true personality. I think her true personality is who sat down with her sister to literally mimic what Wendy looks like and call her and say she looks like who Whitaker? I can't remember who that was, but that is who Angel is. And so when she tells us, oh, she's not like that, it's like, girl, that is exactly who you are like. You are just a mean girl like the rest of them. The difference is you're not on the team of the mean girls versus the other folks. You are on an island by yourself with the best friend that does not support you. That is why you feel it this strongly. But in actual honesty, if we cut that out of it, and see how you really show up, you realize that you are just like the rest of the people that you say are not great. You're just like them. That's my personal opinion. I feel like she is just like the rest of them. The difference is she has not gotten the opportunity to be with the it girls in quotation marks. Okay, let me show you guys what she had to say when she spoke with Essence. She reveals that the producers have attempted to cast her on more than one occasion. I wonder how the production are probably feeling now. Do they feel like she was the right person to cast, or do they feel like it was a wasted effort casting her? I would love to know what production thinks at this fact. I definitely don't think Andy likes her very much. Just think about the way he was reacting to her and engaging with her. I definitely don't get the vibe that he likes her very, very much. It's obvious that he does not really see it well for her. And I understand, because we have seen enough to know that the way she has been moving has not exactly been fun to watch. So yeah, that's definitely where I stand in that as well. Now, it says Angel reveals that producers have attempted to cast her on more than one occasion, stating the very first time Bravo approached us, we didn't have kids yet, we weren't married yet. It just didn't seem to be a fit for our life at the time. Angel continued. We knew that we were coming back east to open a second part of our business, but also to look for a place in Maryland or Virginia, where we are both from. So when Bravo found that information out, they approached us again and thought that perhaps it was kismet. Angel added that the producers wanted to change the culture of Potomac, one of which has marred in controversy, while tackling a range of situations from her story during the season. One that stood out to her was her take on bullying and her thoughts on Gizelle Bryant. Gizelle is from Gen X, and for a large majority of them growing up, it was okay to bully somebody and maybe even a part of the culture. My sister is Gen X, and she and I have discussed that millennials are different. We spent a lot of time dismantling the idea that being a bully is cool. And so we are the adults in the room, and we're like, are you kidding me? Lastly, in regards to returning for a second season, Angel said, my family and I will just need to powwow because this is a family decision. So it sounds like she is not sure as to whether or not she wants to be back on the next season of Potomac. It sounds like she needs to get or at least discuss with her husband to decide whether or not that's a good idea. And I think it's a very, very good thing to do because so far this season has not placed you in a great light at all. And if I were her too, I would take a step back and really make sure that this is a good fit for me. So I hope that she actually decides that because, in actual honesty, I don't think it's a really good fit for her. I don't believe that for a second at all. Super says, hey, our mods in chat. Hello, Super. It's always good to see when you join. I hope you're good. Happy Wednesday. Super is like, bye, Angel. Yes, yes, ma'am. Super does not want to see Angel again, and I completely understand. Um, I feel like I'm low-key curious as to what Angel would be like without her bestie Keiarna, because I feel like outside of Keiarna, she can be enjoyable. But I don't think she's very enjoyable every time I see her with Keiarna. Angel concludes, I mean, I know the show can be very fun. I see women having fun. And so all I want to do is have something that adds to my life that is fun. And I don't mind pressure. That's what work is. But I just have to see the jury's out. Okay. So she's not very sure where she stands on that. I think also she probably wants to be swayed by production a little bit. Maybe production will reach out to her and give her some promises for the new season. Maybe that would make her a little bit more aligned to come back next season. But yes, definitely not very sure. I guess the jury is still out, as she said. Do you agree with her that Gizelle grew up in a generation where bullying was okay? For those who are Gen X in the chat, could you guys please chime in? And do you think that she is right that Gizelle grew up in a generation where bullying was okay? Put it in the chat, especially if you're Gen X. I would really want to hear what you guys think. Super says, I agree, Kay definitely needs to go. Yes. I think if she goes, I don't mind one more season of Angel. Angel could even be a friend of. I just want to see how she navigates life without Kay, because I think having Kay next to her, I don't think has worked well in her favor at all. I think that Kay has been the weapon formed against her. I don't think that that is okay at all. I think the way Kay has moved in this season, even at the reunion, Kay was over there looking and acting like she had so much body language smirk for Wendy and a lot of the girls. It's like, girl, why are you so pressed? What is going on? And so I definitely feel like she needs to like really dial it back like a whole lot. She needs to take a step back. She needs to dial it back significantly. And I don't think she has been doing that at all. So that is definitely very, very disappointing the way she has been navigating that. So let me see. Super says I'm Gen X and I disagree. Wonderful. So we have Super's opinion as someone who is Gen X and completely disagrees with what Angel has said. So yeah, I definitely hear that completely. Tommy, could you please check your message, because I need you to please help me do something, but I can't do it whilst I'm on the live. So could you please check your message and do that for me, please? Thank you. Super says Angel is too old to be claiming being bullied. Yes, it's definitely given, because my thing is, I'm trying to figure out what exactly was done to Angel that is so significant that counts as bullying. That's the bit that I am trying to understand. Like, I understand the catfish comment, but in actual honesty, she does do a lot of editing to her face. And the editing she does is not very consistent. So sometimes she looks different, sometimes she looks like herself, sometimes she looks different. And so I don't think that Gizelle was necessarily being mean or difficult. I just think she edits quite a lot, right? So you don't really know whether it's Angel or not, right? And when the people were upset at her for not having water and just regular amenities, I feel like these are things that, yes, the people should be upset about, right? If you were somewhere, you had no water, you had nothing, and you would feel some type of way as well. Um, and so I, that's just how I feel. That's where I stand on that. I think that it was definitely given Angel. I'm not really sure what you mean by bullying. Even Ashley bringing catfish to the thing would have been so hilarious. I don't think that it is that deep. I don't think it's that deep, but I just think that Angel takes everything so seriously. Like, if anyone brought catfish, I would have brought catfish. If they called me a catfish, I would have come to the place with catfish, right? I would have showed up with catfish in hand, showing up. I mean, like, oh, there you go, right? So that's what I would have done, right? I wouldn't just show up like that and act like, oh, it's all. Mm-mm. I will show up with a catfish, because since y'all want to call me a catfish, I'm gonna show you who a catfish is, right? And so I just think like it should not have, or it does not need to be that deep. It really doesn't. Um and so I don't know. I feel like even if I think about the way they have treated Stacy, or the way they have all been treated at different opportunities, I think that it's like, where do we get over like it being lightweight shade? Like, nobody called Angel out of her name as far as I remember. Nobody like was like downright nasty compared to the way Angel was nasty when she was talking to her sister. The way she was nasty about Wendy that didn't say ish but laugh is crazy to me. And so I think Angel definitely has a lot to work on. And I think she really believes that she's above it all when you are just like the rest of them. You're just upset that you're not in with the crowd who could talk and call out and, check the other girls, because you're not in the in crew, in my opinion. So that's where I personally stand on that. I think she is way too sensitive. I think that everything you could say, Angel, I don't like the way you're sitting, or I don't like the way this is happening, and Angel will take it as a slight, as a dig. She's just way too sensitive about everything, and she needs to chill the heck out. Super says Angel suffered from light shade and she chose to be a victim instead of firing back. Absolutely. And it's interesting because if you see the way she was talking about Wendy to her sister, that definitely gives the impression she is about that life. So it's like, why are you then trying to form like you're this Zen person, Zen angel, who is completely different, who is above it all, who just wants to be a nice girl? You're not truly a nice girl. You're nice nasty, like most of them, right? So sit in your place, own who you are, and let it rip. Tommy says maybe she is a bit sensitive. Not everyone has tough skin. I think that's the thing with Angel. Things get to her. Yes, I agree with you. I think she doesn't have tough skin. But my thing is, you don't have tough skin, then don't be on Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't be on reality TV. Reality TV requires a level of letting things bounce off your shoulders, right? It's not everything that requires a response. It's not everything that requires you to be downright upset every single time. Some things don't require all of that. Some things don't require all of that. Just do your bits and leave the rest. Right? So I just think she's way too sensitive. And this is, if you're way too sensitive like that, that is not the show for you. The reason why people like Stacey is Stacey lets things bounce off her. Say what you want, it's not going to stop who she is, right? Even if she's upset, she's not going to let you see her sweat. You seem upset, seem sad, seem annoyed every single time. It's literally madness and sadness. Keiarna is madness. Angel is sadness. And it's like, girl, maybe this ain't the platform for you. So I need her to really think about it. If she wants to come back, you need to be less sensitive about people's emotions and people's thoughts and comments about you. You need to let things bounce off you a little bit. You need to get a little bit more accustomed to all of that. Tommy says, please hit that like button, y'all. Yes, please. The likes are not matching the amounts of people in here. So please don't have me out here trying to beg for likes, honey. Please hit that like button. Please and thank you. Okay. Wendy said she didn't really know her from school, and Angel went into defense mode at that point. Exactly. And it ain't that deep. Imagine someone from a school that I went to is claiming that they know me. I don't know everybody I went to school with. I may have had certain interactions with you, but what makes you think I'm remembering that? Life has happened, so much has happened. I probably am not going to remember every single person I went to school with. And this just goes back to her being way too sensitive. Way too sensitive. Because it's like, okay, and are you the first person that I went to school with? No. So what is it? She just needs to chill, like breathe, honey, chill. Angel is not all that sensitive. She's been labeled a mean girl wag. Yes, I think that she is sensitive to receiving, but she has no problem dishing it. Because when you see her in the confessional, she's a confessional thug, confessional gangster. She has lots to say about the people. See her when she was in front of her sister. She had lots to say about Wendy. She was very rude, condescending. That's a mean girl. Right? That is a mean girl. But instead of showing that and letting us know, okay, girl, you are just like the rest of them. You want to do that privately and then tell us that's not who you are. Girl, that is exactly who you are. That is exactly who you are. You just don't like being on the receiving end of what you perceive to be hazing. You don't want to be on the receiving end of it, but you are happy to dish it out. That is exactly who I think Angel is. And I think if she comes back next season, it will become even more obvious that that is who she is. Now, guys, please hit that like button, everybody. Please hit that like button. All right, let's move on to Ashley has some things to say about Miss Wendy, honey. So let us go. We are going to play the clip. Of course, it's YouTube, so I have to keep pausing. I don't want no drama with YouTube, so I have to keep pausing.
And I do. I have one social security number. I know that. And I do that's too. An accomplishment. And that I do too. Okay, well.
So Wendy, Ashley said she has one social security number. Okay, and then everybody's just there like, ooh, and Wendy's like, I do too.
You're 6'7".
Ashley's like 6'7". Now, this is what is looking like what part 2 is going to be like, honey. It is going to be interesting.
In what document does it say I have others?
She said, and in what documents does it say that I have others? So now let's be clear, guys. Bravo, it says 67 credit cards. It does not say 67 social security numbers, just FYI.
6, 7. It never said that.
And Wendy is right. It never said that. Now, that is not to say that Ashley did not kind of eat with the, I got one social security number. She kind of ate with that low key. But, oof.
It never said that.
I can never said that. Oh my gosh. At least Wendy is standing and defending herself, y'all. Wendy is not taking it like that and just quietly. Wendy is defending herself. She really is. But yeah.
It never said that. And if you had accomplishments, you would speak of them.
Now Wendy is right. If you have accomplishments, you will speak on them. But if you choose not to speak on them, that is on you, honey. Nobody said not to speak on your accomplishment. Maybe you don't have enough, because if you had enough, you would be talking about them. So the fact that you're not talking about your accomplishments lets us know you're probably not proud of your accomplishments, or you don't have accomplishments to actually speak on. So Wendy kind of ate with that.
Assuming that you don't accept Ashley's apology.
It's not that I don't accept it. I feel like Ashley's full of shit.
And she is. And she is. Stand on it. If you want to take a stand, stand on it. Don't make it seem like, oh, I'm making a joke. It's not really that serious. Stand in it. You know what you said. You know how you felt. You said what you said.
And doubly, I feel like Ashley sat up there at BravoCon and said,
I realize that this is in no way a lighthearted situation for Wendy. So I'm sorry for how hot I came for Wendy. And I mean it.
You lied.
It's a completely different story.
Because you said you meant it. You said you meant it, and then suddenly you do not mean it. Right? So which is it? Did you mean the apology, or did you not mean the apology? That's what I want to know. So, and this is the thing that pisses me off about Ashley. Ashley can be a bit of a flip-flopper. You sat over there at BravoCon making it seem like, oh yeah, you made light of a serious situation you shouldn't have. You're so sorry. The moment this lady, who is entitled to accept or not accept your apology, decides not to accept your apology, the next thing, it becomes, oh well, and then you start standing 10 toes in it. So it's like, which is it? Are you sorry or are you not sorry?
It's a completely story today.
It's a different story.
Because what you don't know is I know that you texted Stacey, and when Stacey was asking you if you feel bad that Wendy's locked up, you sat there and you said, no, I don't feel any way. She deserves it.
Ooh! Oh my gosh. Actually, first of all, why would you text the one person that has an alliance with Stacey? Like, why would you do that? You thought that what? Stacey was going to be like, and not tell her friend? What do you think this is? Like, Ashley, girl, that is a rookie mistake. Stacey said, I legit had nightmares last night. Are you as upset? Yes or no? Oh. Of course, personally for her beautiful children. But she has been very condescending to many of us.
So you can lie if you want to.
I guess my question is, first of all, why is Stacey even texting Ashley? What is the reason, girl? Why are you texting Ashley? I guess they want to tell us that her and Ashley are cool behind the scenes or what? But I don't understand. Why are you even texting Ashley? That's a little low-key shocking. Ashley was wrong, period.
too.
First of all,
but the
in the
receipts say
moment that I
something
made the
different.
joke, it was when your devilish grin mugshot came out. That's what I thought I made the joke about.
She said devilish green mugshot came out. Now, you all know we talked about the grin, so she calls it devilish. Devilish is a bit strong, though, but whatever.
Texted
Number
you,
one.
Ashley, and I
Number
said
two.
I could not
You got
sleep
caught up.
because I was so worried about Wendy.
caught up.
And you were like, well,
Liar.
I mean, she gets what
She
she deserves.
deserves.
I'm not
Okay, so I don't know. Did she say she gets what she deserves?
Losing
That's
sleep
what you
over
said.
Wendy doing something
That's
that she
okay,
could
but
potentially
like stand in that. I
Exactly. That is the thing. It's like if she said you got what she deserved or she got what she deserved, then it's like standing there. I feel like you got what you deserved. Okay. Right? And hope that you never get in trouble. Because if you get in trouble, the people will drag you with whatever ponytail you have on your head. Ashley?
apologize for what I
And then her
said
new
that could have
story
hurt your
is-
children.
My kids don't know your ass. They don't want
It's
nothing
not about
from you.
that. I'm sure they
don't
saw
want
what I
nothing
said.
from you. They don't know who the hell you are.
They've met
She said the kids don't know who the hell you are. Okay.
They don't know who the hell
false.
you
They've
are.
met
Okay, I want to
Stop
move
playing.
on. I want to move on.
And I just
Andy was like, I want to move on. Andy was fed up. Okay, let me see what the people are saying in the chat or in the comments. 67 is what kids say. I didn't even understand the joke, but Ashley likes them young, so oh. I don't think I understand this joke. No matter how things turn out for Wendy, she is loved, and we can't say the same for Ashley. 67 credits, not social security. She can't even read. I think she could read. She just intentionally still did what she did. Candice always saw Ashley for what she was. Stacey gave Wendy the receipts. Wendy carrying this reunion baby. That was corny. Ashley, now Zenwen is in the hottest seat. Everybody get a turn. Hope you're okay though. Wendy definitely deserves, and they need to be they need to unapologetically talk about it. It falls flat because SSN and credit lines are two completely different things. Let's be clear. Kids casually meeting someone does not stick. They will definitely be like, who is that? Absolutely. Well, I personally think Ashley is doing the producer's job because let's be clear, Wendy was arrested. And I don't think that is really talked about enough. I think on the show itself, I don't think the people are really saying much. I think everyone is kind of focusing on everything else but Wendy being arrested. And so, of course, the people are going to say what they need to say about it and talk about it. That's what the show is about. My thing with Ashley is the flip-flopping. Don't say you feel sorry, you feel bad, when in reality you don't feel bad. You're happy that she got locked up. And that's how you feel. Stand in your truth. Because then now you are accusing Stacey of being dishonest when you yourself are being dishonest about how you feel. That was just nasty on Ashley's behalf. Absolutely. It's just like stand in your truth. You said what you said. You feel how you feel. Stand in it. Okay, so I think we've watched this. Let's move on to, I think, Ashley responds to comments about being messy. So let's get into it.
something, Andy. I need to do a little circle back real quick. A lot of people in this group, they call me messy, that I'm, starting all this. What I have realized is that the dynamic of this group is just different.
What do you think has changed so much in the group now than before?
Previously, Keiarna would go tit for tat with me, and
we had tougher
Yeah,
skin.
they were
We had
fun.
tougher skin back in the day.
Yep, Wendy's right. They had tougher skin back in the day. It felt like they could go back and forth at each other. Nobody was crying. Nobody was being sensitive about being called out. Everybody just stood in, everybody responded, stood back. Everyone was like, nah, you gonna back off of me, back up from off of me, right? I can't even say the word right. Back off. whatever, back off, right? But the thing is, like, nowadays with Angel and Keiarna, it's just like any little thing, everybody gets so prickly. We can't even go over there and have fun. And everything has just been stopped. And I just don't think that that is okay. One second, guys. One second, guys. Okay, guys. So let me go back to the clip I'm playing for you guys.
Hey, you know what, Ashley? Clanky clank. Clanky clank.
Really?
The bar of soap?
Yeah.
You might want to help your husband.
Ooh. The bar of soap, you might want to help your husband. Oh my gosh. Guys, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button.
You're a broken whore from Hampton University, and that's why we went to Sing Sing.
What the Sing Sing? I'll just tell your truth. Your whole truth. And nothing
Giselle,
but
you
it.
don't want this.
You're
I'm
drunk
telling
truth.
you are a drunk.
You're cheating truth.
And you're hot.
Oh my gosh. Watching some of these clips back, I think they're right, because they were really, I guess the world is changing. Maybe the world no longer accepts this sort of behavior. But back in the day, they were all so rude.
You're broke truth.
And I can acknowledge that perhaps I need to adapt more to maybe the various levels of sensitivity or boundaries with other ladies in the group. But I have just always operated like this way.
She's not wrong. She's actually not wrong. Because did you guys see some of the clips that were shown, honey? The people were spicy. So I do wonder, maybe she needs to, I do wonder about that.
Like the chin check of it all, the catfish of it all, the eviction of it all, it would have
The
just
honesty of it all.
we would have just rolled on.
Yes, like it would not have been that deep. It would have been so light-hearted and chill, but it felt like everything was just too serious.
It wouldn't have been a big deal.
Examples that you can use, Gizelle. I get to be me. I'm a black woman. Black women aren't a monolith. I get to feel how I want to. That's the end of it. There are other examples you can use. You don't have to pinpoint
Those
me
examples
like you
of
like
this
to
season.
do.
Those examples of this
There's
season.
other examples.
Okay.
Ugh, Angel, yet again. Angel. This is exactly what the people are saying. Your A is too sensitive. They are talking about how the people seem to be more sensitive this season. Now you feel the need to chime in when, and basically, instead of adding to the conversation or saying like, you know, maybe we need to move into a newer realm on, you know, of the way we have conversations, you go back to basically trying to check Gizelle when she didn't say anything wrong. She's just relaying what has happened this season. Angel.
Is there anything you would do differently if
Yes.
given the chance?
I would have shown my funner, more bubbly side, and I regret that that didn't happen.
Okay, Angel, yes. But you need to tone down your overly sensitive side. Nobody is out to get you. You are on a reality TV show. Surely you watched Potomac before you left your house, right? Before you left your house and decided you want to shoot the show, before you left Colorado, you should have watched the show. If you did not watch the show, that is on you. I don't know how to break it to you. That is on you, right? Nobody to blame but yourself. So why? Who, like, this is on you, sis. You could have done something differently. You didn't. So that is on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me or us or the rest of the people on your show. You are the one that is overly too sensitive. Super says, I believe Ashley and Gizelle do what production asks of them or the show would be stalled. Yes, I agree with you. And it's funny because when people call them out a lot, I always say, that's what I always say. I say, without them, a lot of the people, nothing would, like, think about it. If Gizelle didn't call Angel a catfish, what would have happened? If the whole room situation didn't happen and the people didn't call her out, what would have happened? A lot of what we do see on the show are because Gizelle and Ashley keep pushing the storyline further. So you may hate the people who are trying to drive the storylines further, hate them all you want, but they are actually doing more than the people are doing. Also, Tommy, please, if you're in the live, can you please check your message? All right. Let's keep going. Let me just double check the list of stuff I need to cover. What is left? Ashley comments. Okay, let me show you all this. Before that, I actually want to do a poll. Just let me do a poll. Give me a second, everybody. Okay, so I just put up a poll in the chat. Can you guys please interact with the poll? My question is about, do we think that the cast of Real Housewives of Potomac are way too sensitive? Because I think it is something that I'm noticing. I think even not just the cast, but I think even sometimes it feels like the audience are getting very, very sensitive. I do wonder if it is the way of is things. I wonder if things are changing just in general, because you know how the world is changing. Back then there were some things that comedians could say and get away with, but if they said the same things now, they would not get away with it, right? So it feels like things have significantly changed from back in the day to now. But yeah, please join please take part in the poll. Let me pin it so people can see it. Yes, it should be pinned already. Yeah, so please keep voting and we will talk about the results of the vote shortly. So Jazzy joined in and now let's get into it. Okay, Keiarna, I didn't recognize you. It's not really hitting, sis. Yeah, like that's the thing. It just is like, sis. I don't know, man. Keiarna is such a letdown because you're a pretty girl. You are a pretty girl. I think it's such a letdown, honestly. Oh, hold on. I just realized I'm not even sharing the right clip. You all did not even let me know I'm not sharing the right clip. Okay, I got it now.
Why didn't you recognize?
I just didn't recognize her as she spoke, and then when I looked up, I was like, oh, that's Jazzy, but I didn't recognize her. She didn't speak, and
I mean, honestly,
even that sounds phony for someone who is always acting like they are above the program and they are not so phony like the rest of the people. Keiarna, that was phony.
It sounds like you did. You said that's Jazzy.
No, honestly, she looks beautiful right now.
I didn't recognize Ashley
She has her
either.
dress on. She didn't look
recognize
like
her,
this
I spoke.
on the train.
Okay.
I didn't recognize.
So you didn't recognize her, but you knew that that was Jazzy. Girl, the lies.
Teresa from Naples, Florida said, Jazzy, what exactly did Kay say about Wendy behind her back that was such a big deal when you brought it up in Nevis?
Finally, let's hear it, because Jazzy dragged it on and we're like, Jazzy, if you have something to say it, because we do not know why you keep dragging the sun, honey.
Had a lot to say, and I didn't share everything that she said out of respect for where I thought that we were. It was a long conversation.
Okay.
Oh my God!
If you listen, Andy, let me make a
Let her say what you said, hun. Kay, don't get involved. Let her say what you said.
point.
You got 15 minutes. Please don't waste it on me.
All
No,
right.
ma'am.
Thank
no,
you.
ma'am. Kay, listen, you don't have to do all of this.
Okay.
Wrap it up. Just talk about you, how you stole Greg from his wife.
What? Look at Keiarna's face.
And how you're raising his children. And how his children. And how his children.
Oof. Please, we gotta back that up, honey. I'm gonna mute it until it gets to that part, and we're gonna listen to it again. Because it's definitely given. She's trying to let the people know that Keiarna allegedly stole Greg. Now, my banner is up, it's all alleged. I do not know what had happened in their relationship. But Jazz is letting the people know that Greg was stolen from his wife, allegedly. Do you guys believe that? Do you guys believe that Jazzy is correct and Keiarna stole Greg? Put it in the chat, honey. I need to know what you guys think. Now, for those who have not engaged in the poll, please engage in the poll. Also, guys, for those who have just come in, please hit that like button. We are talking about Potomac news, so please hit that like button and please keep voting in the chat. Okay, so let me see what y'all are saying. Super says, I want Jazzy full time. Okay. She also says, I believe Jazzy. That is very interesting. So I low-key believe Jazzy too, especially because I'm like, okay, you lot were friends, so I will not be surprised if Jazzy is correct, right? Because she knows more than the rest of us would know because that was your friend at some point. Now, in terms of Jazzy coming onto the show for real, I don't know. I think Jazzy is just as pressed as the rest of them. I think Jazzy will become another Keiarna if she comes on the show. I've seen Jazzy want a moment with Tia twice. So for me, that is never a good sign. It gives the point that if Jazzy comes on the show, Jazzy gonna be like what do you call it? The Shemia of Real Housewives of Potomac. Because that sort of behavior needs to be watched, in my opinion. I don't think Jazzy is trustworthy either. I think Jazzy will do whatever she needs to do to join and cause chaos just so that she can remain on the show. I think that kind of behavior is very concerning, and would only breed a housewife who is overly sensitive, breed a housewife who wants the drama, in my opinion. A Pearl for you says maybe. Yes, I definitely think that, yeah, it could be that Jazzy is telling the truth. Let's play that again.
Honestly, I didn't
sounds
recognize.
like you did. You said that.
Yep, you recognize her.
That's Jazzy.
No, honestly, she looks beautiful right now.
I didn't recognize.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're trying to say she did not look beautiful the day before. Okay.
Ashley,
She has her dress on. She didn't look like this on the train. I didn't recognize her.
Teresa from Naples, Florida said, Jazzy, what exactly did Kay say about Wendy behind her back that was such a big deal when you brought it up in Neve?
I want to hear it too, and I hope that they play that out. I hope they play it because I need to see what was said. I definitely need to see what was said.
Kay had a lot to say, and I didn't share everything that she
Share it now.
said out of respect for where I thought that we were. It was a long conversation.
Okay.
Oh my God.
If you listen, Andy, let me make a point.
You got 15 minutes. Please don't waste it on me.
All
No,
right.
ma'am.
Thank
no,
you.
ma'am.
Let
Kay,
her
listen.
say what she said. My thing is, I'm always very suspicious, right? When someone is trying to tell their point of view and someone else keeps chiming in. Because my thing is, if you keep chiming in, why are you chiming in? Let her speak. Let her cook, right? Unless there's something that you are scared of hearing, let her cook. I'm gonna let you speak, and then after speaking, then I will call you out for being a liar, right? But I'm gonna let you speak. Say what you want to say, and then let's clarify it.
You don't have to do all of this.
Okay.
Wrap it up. Just talk about you, how you stole Greg from his wife.
Oof, look at the way Keiarna's face went. Oh my gosh.
And how you're raising his children and how his children and how his children.
But my thing is, isn't it interesting that Jazzy says that, but Jazzy, aren't you raising that man's kids as well? The break babies, allegedly? Super says Jazzy doesn't take sides. Yeah, she may not take sides, but my issue with her is not even about taking sides. I feel like she gets involved in, she likes to come at people that she feels are easy targets. I say that because I saw the way she came at Tia twice. One about the whole when they were on holiday in Jamaica. Was it Jamaica? I can't remember where they were, but when they were on holiday and the guy that had like 2 dreads or whatever, and Tia was just making a joke of it. It was a light-hearted moment, and Jazzy took it straight to hell. There was also another time as well where she came at Tia again, and I was just like, okay, the way you keep coming for Tia that is meant to be your friend is very weird. It's giving you are thirsty for television. You are thirsty for a moment. Tomin Singh says, I believe it. He acts like a stolen man. Oh my gosh. What? How do you act like a stolen man? Tell me, how do you act like a stolen man? This is hilarious to me. Zero effort at all. A power for you says they lie so much, so it's hard to believe anything they say. Yes, I think you might definitely be onto something. They be lying. Okay, so let me look at the poll. Thank you so much for taking part in the poll. I asked, do you think the cast of Real Housewives of Potomac are way too sensitive this season? 83% of people said yes, pressed about little things, and then the rest of y'all said no. So I think it's 83%, and then a 17% felt that no, the people were not being too sensitive. So I guess the people about it being too sensitive won. A pearl for you says, I think the cast are going too far when they come for each other. Okay. That is very interesting. Super says Kay talks too much, like she hushed Angel on stage. Yes, she definitely talks too much and she says nothing. It's like she's not entertaining. She doesn't know how to clap back well. She just seems very abrasive. And it's like, girl, you talk too much to not say nothing. I feel like it's so weird, but I feel like her mom would have been a better fit for the show, a more seasoned woman. I just don't think what they're trying to do with these newbies, I don't think it's working, in my opinion. A purr for you says Kay did not like that. She did not. Did you see how her eyes popped out, or almost popped out of her socket, just at the thought of that? Tommy says, I can't lie, what Jazzy said is really heavy. Hopefully she can take the heat she's bringing. Absolutely. I think that Jazzy can take the heat. I think Jazzy is definitely fighting for that peach or flute or whatever it is you call it. She's definitely fighting to be on Potomac, and she wants to be a full cast member. So that is all that it is. You can see the different outbursts that she had this season was someone trying to look for a moment, in my opinion. Okay, let me see. Super says Jazzy is a pot stirrer and fighting for a spot among the newbies. Agreed. She definitely is doing that. It's definitely giving, I'm trying to come to the front of the line, honey. And I want to be a full cast member. Now, whether or not she's going to get made a full cast member, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah. A purr for you says, I think Jazzy took it there because she knows how the ladies will really make it seem as if she did something with that man. Interesting. I hear it, but I personally still don't agree. I think that she could have kept it light. I think the way that she went off for something so little, yeah, I don't think that was a good sign. And I think also the way she took the opportunity to come at Tia when Angel was the one that chose Tia over her, instead of coming for Angel, you came at Tia. That was such a weird, uncouth behavior. So yeah, with Jazzy, my eyes are open when it comes to Jazzy as well. That's kind of where I am with that. Let me just check my list just to make sure there isn't anything that I have missed. No, I think that's about it. So I know we haven't talked about Married to Medicine, so hopefully I should be able to either come live or do a pre-recorded live for you guys today, so we can go through Married to Medicine. There's also been some news that has come out today as well, so I will be talking about that on the show. So make sure you keep an eye out for some of the videos that will go live today and throughout this week. We have quite a lot of videos that will be going live. Also, guys, please hit that like button if you haven't already. Let me just see what the likes are in relation to the amounts of people that are here. Yes, the likes are not matching, guys. So please let's hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button. Let us know what you think. Also, for those who would listen to the replay, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that like button and let us know what you think. I can see that some of y'all have put some comments up, but it has not come up on my end. So I can see it on my phone, but not my computer. I don't understand why there is a little bit of a delay. I am hoping that that would be sorted so I can bring your comments on the stage. But if not, I will read it from my phone. So a purr for you says, I think Jazzy took it there because she knows. Oh, actually, I've read that. And then a purr for you says, Jazzy is trying to befriend anyone that will take her. Absolutely. I think that's what she's trying to do. Jazzy's trying to secure her spot. And I feel like the people can see that she is being thirsty for a spot. And that's why I don't think I see her and Gizelle interact much. I think Gizelle knows she's thirsty for a spot, and someone like that can do anything just to get in, and they will turn on you. So I'm not surprised that it seems like the ladies are not really particularly seeing it for Jazzy as such. Like, they enjoy being around Jazzy, but I don't think that she has formed solid relationships with the rest of them. I think that Jazzy will probably have better luck trying to become friends with Wendy and Stacy than trying to get in with Gizelle. Than trying to get with Gizelle. However, I don't think that Wendy and Stacy are going to trust her because of the way in which she has navigated her so-called relationship with Keiarna. So in a way, that would be a friend that I'm going to have to watch. Like, if Jazzy was trying to be my friend, I would be watching her like a hawk. I would be watching her very carefully, because I'm like, why are you trying to be friends with me when the friend that you had, you could not be loyal to that friend, and now you're telling all her business? So it's like, how can I even trust that if we become friends, this is, this is us, or this is me really trusting you? And let's not forget, Stacy did say that Jazzy was recording her. I know we gave Jazzy the benefit of the doubt, but now I'm wondering, was that intentional? Was that her trying to have some leverage on Stacy the same way she seems to have some leverage on Keiarna? Let me know what you guys think. But one thing I would say is, I personally think Jazzy is not to be trusted. On that note, everybody, thanks for having me. Thanks for chiming in the comment section or in the chat. Thank you, everybody. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.